Okay. Yes, this is your soul brother Taalik, coming right back at you. Yes, tonight, me and number one soul brother Angel Snup 7 uh was on a live hangout with sister Noble Levine, who was the keynote introducer of our annual anniversary Soul Liberation Day. And I would like to also appreciate once again of having our brother Moise Muhammad and brother Omar on our panel tonight as well. And this, like someone said, was definitely the greatest soul liberation celebration that we had. Out of all the other soul liberation celebrations we've had, uh, was the best one. I would have to say this definitely to date was the best one. And also too, with that said, I just wanted to add on in this video, which is going to be sort of short, but however, I just want to add my few other points that, what I got out of this, you know, soul liberation celebration, live panel earlier tonight was that I must stick with those who really want unity for our people. And our people meaning the 44 plus million dark skinned descendants of slaves born in America. And that's, you know, who I want to stick with. I want to stick with those that want unity. I'm not talking about going to those other channels that's not about unity, whether it be Sarnetta's channel, Young Pharaoh's channel, Seti's channel, or what's his name, uh, Sarasutan Seti, or any of them other channels, whether they be other so-called pro-black conscious channels like the Nuwabian channels or Nation Islam channels or 5% Nation Islam channels. If it's not about unity or actually, liberating our people from an over 400-year oppressor, I'm not interested myself. And I've even gotten to the point now that I don't even really subscribe to them channels at all, let alone not even watch them. I don't watch them. I don't subscribe to them. I don't even, I used to watch Muhammad's Temple 15 channel all the time with brother Eric Muhammad out of Temple 15 in Atlanta. But I've rarely gotten to the point where I even watch that channel. And the other day I was scrolling through a couple of videos, or one video this past Sunday with him speaking on in one of his latest videos on that channel. But I don't really even, look at that channel no more. And matter of fact, that may even be the last time I watch that channel, period, because it's no substance, It's no sign of any progress. All it is being spoken about is just religion, merely religious teachings, and that's it, And like I said earlier, yes, I'm not a religious person, nor do I subscribe to religion. But like I said tonight on a live hangout of our soul liberation celebration from our reality temple on Earth platform panel that we spoke from tonight, that hey, or rather Operation Exodus Mississippi panel that we spoke from. tonight. I say I really don't care if people do believe in religion. That's your personal prerogative and that's your personal business. But my thing is this here is if you're going to believe in religion, keep that as a personal thing to yourself, without letting it get in the middle of us uniting to be liberated, in terms of us taking control of a state, starting with Mississippi and so forth and on. And that's what I've been, speaking on for the longest, basically. You can keep your religious beliefs and your other ideologies, which at this point in time don't matter and never has mattered because, as someone spoke on tonight, earlier in the live broadcast of our soul liberation, celebration panel, that we still living in another man's house. So all the belief systems we have, how's that working out for us when we living in someone else's house, especially when it's a plantation? You see, so I mean, that there itself is, negates any argument, as far as whether do someone's personal belief or ideology really matter when you living in somebody else's house anyway. Regardless of what you think or believe, it ain't doing you no good to be a free person or being free as a group, period. And that's what that comes down to. So, like I said, my thing is that we must understand and realize that it is time to work on us being liberated as a people. We may not have time. We don't have too many options in this matter. You know what I'm saying? We're being confronted from all four ends of the corner, when it comes to us being attacked as black people in this country. We don't have no protection nowhere, no friends nowhere, and this is why it's so important for us to take control of the state so that we could establish a settlement where we can have a safe haven for us, our women and children, and our future generations to come behind us, where we could build from there to finally become truly a free, liberated people, because with control of a state, that would take us, you know what I'm saying, not only to that point, but even further beyond toward being able to accomplish whatever we will that we cannot accomplish up under this systemic racist system that we've been, bound by, for over 400 years as captors, and being in as being in captivity, under the captors, who are our over 400-year oppressors in this country. And so we have to understand and realize and take that into account, and the fact at this point that their intentions is to never see us free. You see, they trying to take away the little civil rights gains that, was obtained through our ancestors' civil rights struggle from the 50s and 60s. I mean, look at all the police shootings of black people going on. All this discriminate mass incarceration of black people. I mean, all we got to do is just look at what's going on. Just look around us. Now they done went back even to the way it was in the 1900s, where you got, white women, coming out now, accusing black males of stealing from them, raping them. You know what I'm saying? Stuff they did back during the days when Emmett Till was lynched. You know, and when they attempted to do the same thing to the Scottsboro brothers, you know, to the Scots, I think that's what their name was, the Scots brothers, and also, you know, what they used to do to many other brothers who were accused by white women of raping them, to come to find out it wasn't the truth. And the same thing now is happening, because now white people have came back to this notion that now we could go on back and do what our ancestors used to do by lynching black people. You know what I'm saying? Just like recently, this year, it was a couple of lynchings of black people in California, which has been unresolved so far. And it was an attempted lynching of a young black man in Indiana also this past summer. So, I mean, you know, it's getting to the point now is where we're finding ourselves back to where we were about 100 years ago, or over 100 some years ago in this country. And this is, and this should be enough right now to show us that unless we take our own destiny into our own hand, which was the title of our video tonight, for our soul liberation celebration annually that we have every year in every December of each year, you know, I must say that we have come to the point that it's necessary that we take control of a state and a few states along with it, you know, so that we can have a you know, situation set up just like those who came over here and settled in the so-called 13 colonies of America and established their own settlements, you know, to become a free people. And this is what we got to do. And this is a point, you know, even if that means we got to die, you know, for our freedom, you know, because I'm going to tell you something at this point, I'd rather die for the cause of freedom than dying, you know, to pay the price of being a slave. You know, like someone said earlier, you know, and that's what it's come down to for us as a people. You know, either we going to die being men and women or die cowards. No God is coming to save us. No spaceship or mother plane is coming to save us. You know what I'm saying? No angelic being is coming to save us. We just simply on our own as black people, or far as us being dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in America are concerned. We just simply on our own, and we got to understand and realize this, people. You know, our leadership it has failed us and continues to fail us. So now we have to establish ourselves by taking control of a state where we could really establish that real leadership and take control of our own destiny, where we create our own laws, where even other people, including the racists, have to respect. You know, that's the type of position I'm talking about when we're talking about taking control of a state. Those the benefits that come along with it, and among other you know, benefits unimaginable. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's so important to go watch the Operation Exodus Mississippi channel that we have on YouTube. You know, it's very important. And I encourage those of you that will be listening to this video to do so. And those of you who are already familiar with that channel page, I encourage you to, you know, send a link of videos on that channel page, or the link of that channel, out to your friends, your siblings, or anyone else you're close to, or whoever you know, and encourage them to at least listen to what's being said on the Operation Exodus Mississippi channel platform, you know, and that hopefully it will reach someone where, you know, people will be willing to come along to help us to get this Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign off the ground, so that we can actually see freedom. And I'm talking about true freedom, you know, for once and for all. It's 44 plus million people in this country, you know, and like I said, we have to you know, really understand and realize that this is very important. You know, this is very important for us all. And if we don't understand and realize that, you know, then we're bound to be you know, slaves forever. You know, because like I said before, you know, earlier tonight, you could go watch our video. It's called Taking Our Destiny into Our Own Hands. It's on Reality Temple on Earth main channel, and it's also, I believe, going to be on Operation Exodus Mississippi channel page. But go watch that video, you know, because I was saying even in that video that basically we're going to have to just do this for our future generations, which is more important, so they won't know what it is to be the N-word, what it is to be a slave, you know, what it is to be a statistic just because they dark skin, living up under this systemic racist system in this country, you know. So I just, you know, want to point them things out, and just to let you know that this is what it's coming down to, you know. I mean, we're being forced in a situation that we got to do this. I mean, look at how we're getting killed every day at the hands of racists, whether they be police or civilians. You know what I'm saying? Which, like someone said, is a signification that they want a race war. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's something that we're not even prepared for. So, see, this is what I'm saying. We have to understand and wake up to this as Black people and realize the seriousness of our position in this country as a people, so that we can build a united front to have a defense against these type of attack onslaughts against us. Because that's just the reality of where we stand at as a people right now in this country, whether we want to believe it or not, or accept it or not. That's just plain out simply the reality. And there's no way we could get around it, even if we wanted to. It's right in front of our face. And it's becoming more obvious than ever, you know. So, I mean, you know, and every time I go on social media, I can't even, you know, escape the fact. Or even if I try to go to another page or another website page, there's always something popping up about some type of racist incident going on across this country, especially when it comes to white and Black, you know. And like I said, it's getting to the point right now where, you know, we're going to have to unite as so-called Black Americans. We're going to have to unite to take, you know, to secure or protect a haven for ourselves and women and children, you know. I mean, depending on these politicians, whether they Republicans, Democrats, whether Trump is in the White House or whether Biden is going to be in the White House, which we know that's the reality right now, it don't make no difference. We're going to have to take our liberation, our freedom. We're going to have to take our justice into our own hands to really obtain real, true justice and freedom and equality for ourselves, because it's simply not going to be given to us. And that's just the bottom line to that. You know, just like someone spoke about, you know, the in-house fighting going on between white folks, like with the Republican and Democrat Party, and over the false allegations of election fraud and all that other craziness and stuff. That's when we as black people need to take that initiative while they fighting amongst themselves, and take that course of initiative to do something to better our condition, to get ourselves in a position. So why they doing what they doing, we'll be out the way doing what we doing to free ourselves from an oppressor. And that's just the bottom line to that. You know, it's really nothing else. I mean, it's clear, plain out in view for the whole world to see. And if the whole world could see this, we should be able to see this. It's 44 plus million of us here in this country, far as so-called African Americans are concerned. You know, we should be able to see this more so than anyone else who can see it. You know, we have no friends, like the late John Henry Clark would say. You know, there's no one coming to our aid at all. We have to take our own initiative and take our own destiny into our own hands. And that's as simple as that. You know, and I mean, you know, I don't, like I said, I don't know no more of what I could say, but we got to understand and realize our place in this society and where we're at. You know, and it's not getting no better until we do something to take our own destiny into our own hands. You know, and those who truly want unity for our people, hopefully you should be able to understand that and get on board with this ideal of us taking the control of a state. You know, and so that we can actually build from that, which would be more necessary. That would enable us to build from that point to becoming truly a free people, because at this point, nothing else has worked. And with all of what's included with this ideal called Operation Exodus Mississippi, it has all the trimmings to it to bring us into the new reality of what we really need to be as a people, because everything else obviously has failed us. Else it wouldn't be no use for the ideal of Operation Exodus Mississippi. Matter of fact, had our ancestors during the post-Reconstruction era, had they not been terrorized by the white racists in the South, it wouldn't even be no such thing as us speaking from this platform called Operation Exodus Mississippi, because that would have been done a long time ago, where we would have, like someone said, took control of a few of those states, mainly down south. And today we would have been more of a free people, of course, than what we find ourselves as right now in this country. You know, and I, like I even spoke on earlier too, was that we had got out of slavery by default. It wasn't because of our mere struggle or what we did actually alone by ourselves to get ourselves free from slavery as our ancestors once knew it. You know, it was because just like today, when you got white folks beefing in politics in this country far as the Republicans and Democrats go, it was something similar like that during the Civil War, which helped kick off the Civil War. And that's how black people ended up being free from slavery. But this is why we need to learn a lesson from that part of our history to understand that we need to take the initiative now to truly free ourselves by taking our freedom on our own mission, not by default, but actually taking our own freedom and doing it at our own mission. Because if we do it at our own mission without the help of anyone else, then that makes us truly a free people without any string attachments to go to it. You see? So for us to take the initiative at our own mission to free ourselves from an oppressor means that we will no longer have any type of string attachments to our oppressor, which gives us a chance to, like I say, take control of some of these few states and then create laws that will be for us and that will protect us and that others will have to respect, including the races. You see, that's when you're talking about real power, not none of this other little tiddly bit stuff like these other groups be talking about it, these individual organizations be talking about when it comes to the so-called black power construct. When we put ourselves in a position like that, which will go along with taking control of a state, then that's where the real power will come in at. And I know I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm tired anyway. So like I said, I just want to, shoot in those few words and, just let you know that, hey, I mean, it's necessary that we get ourselves together so that we can do what we need to do to free ourselves as a people. And that's just the bottom line to that. I mean, we have no other recourse at this point in this country. And I mean, we ran out of, other options, obviously. And I'm talking about other options that obviously where we failed at, because we was missing something. We was missing other key component parts. And because of that fact, we failed. And now it's definite that the only other last recourse we have, which is the best option for us, is to take control of a state so that we could separate ourselves from an oppressor where we will be able to thrive more better under the conditions of truly being free. Because as long as we are up under these conditions as a people, as far as this systemic bondage go that we still find ourselves under even after over 400 years, like I said, then we're going to still just find ourselves right where we at, not getting nowhere. And, so, I mean, I just wanted to point that out, and so that, you will know that that's just part of the reality of where we actually stand at as a people in this country, and, we need to really take this situation serious, because unless we do what we need to do to free ourselves, we're not going to get nowhere. But back either to the slave or cotton field, sugarcane plantations, or end up being hauled off to some damn concentration camps. So, I mean, take your choice, Either you want to be free or you don't. And that's all this boils down to, And, I mean, we can keep playing with this ideal, You know what I'm saying? Whether we're free or not. I mean, obviously, as you can see, what's going on with us obviously shows that we're not free. You know, even if we are not actually incarcerated in some prison or jail institution, far as us as black people go, the question lies even with us who are on the outside. Are we free? Well, as our brothers and sisters that's on the inside of these jails and prison institutions who are not free. So, like I said, we have to understand that we share the same common position that they share, even with us being on the outside of them prison barbed wires. You see, and the fact is that the question is, are we really free for those of us who are outside them prison barbed wire fences? You know, because either way it go, we're still the N-word, even on the outside of the prison barbed wire. And we can see that every day, clearly, you know. So, I mean, you know, we have to understand and realize our position as a whole in this country at all four fronts. You know, we got to understand our position and go from there and do something about it and not just sit around and talk. The days for talking is over with. and these white folks is doing everything they can to show that they mean business when it comes to that. It's no time for talking. We got to free ourselves, you know, and hopefully what they're doing will force us to come to that point, unless we want to die a slave, as I would say once again, you know. So, I mean, like I say, take your choice. And, you know, with that said, I'm Aldi 5000. Peace.